This. Let's talk to another one of our top performing professional athletes on the circuit. Always a crowd favorite anywhere she races, an Ironman champion multiple times over. She is coming to us from Bend, Oregon. Who is it? It's Linsey Corbin. Linsey, how are you?
It's me. I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing great, thank you. How's life in Oregon? How have you been? And we understand you're just coming back to training. How's that going for you? And how's just daily life?
Yeah, Bend is good. We're emerging from the winter and we're starting to see some spring weather. So, getting outside kind of as much as I can and just soaking up the pine trees and the fresh mountain air and handling this uncertainty as best as we can. Doing good for the most part. And you got it. I am coming back. I was injured pretty much 2 weeks before the pandemic hit the United States. I got injured. So, it was like a perfect storm of doubling down of both stay-at-home orders and then dealing with an injury. So it's definitely been a good test of the will. But if anyone is experienced at that, it's myself. And so I was well equipped for the challenge. But yeah, similar to the spring weather, I'm emerging from the end of it. It's been about 8 weeks, and just getting back into training myself within this last couple weeks and living vicariously through the Ironman VR races, and that's whetting the competitive appetite for me.
Oh, that's so good, Lindsay. And we can see from social media that you've been spending a considerable amount of your downtime making me hungry and putting together some incredible things with Hazel and Blue, your little sort of food handle, Instagram handle. Tell us a little bit about what's up with Hazel and Blue and the food side of Lindsay Corbin.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think anytime that you have something taken away from you, you start to maybe explore other options or hobbies. And that's kind of how I've been treating this time off, as a bit of a, not really, I want to say sabbatical, but maybe you could call it that, of just exploring other interests and realizing that I'm Lindsay the person and not just Lindsay the athlete. And I do a lot of cooking at home, and my husband Chris is like, "You've got all this talent in the kitchen, and you're wasting it just on us. You need to share it with the world." But I know as triathletes that we love to eat. And so, yeah, I just sort of started a side project, sharing some of the foods that I eat and how important nutrition is for fueling yourself for racing and Ironman training. And I don't know what direction it's going to head, but for now, it's been kind of a fun distraction technique from not being able to race and especially not being able to train, for the month of March. So, yeah, it's been fun.
Wow, thanks for sharing that. That's good. I think a lot of us looking for that diversity in the kitchen. I think I'm going to sneak on there and grab some recipes. So thank you, and thanks to Chris for pushing you towards sharing that. Share this with us, please, Lindsay. If you were going to set a goal, it could be 2020 goal or 2021. What's the big goal that lights the fire as you come back to healthy training and obviously hoping for a return to some normal life outdoors?
Yeah, I think one of the cool things for me that's come out of what we've gone through in the last 6 weeks is I've really had to get back to my why and why I got into triathlon. In the last 5 years or so, as I've been winning races and doing really well competitively, I'd say that was the drive. Is That's what got me out of bed every day, was the thought of winning Ironman Wisconsin or Ironman Canada or whatever the carrot was. And now that that's sort of been removed, I've just gotten back to getting motivated and what really has gotten me into the sport. And I just love pushing myself and getting the most out of myself. And so I think the goals that I'm working towards maybe for midsummer are going to be more personal achievement goals. Like, we live near a lot of volcanoes and mountains, and I love trail running. So, maybe doing some trail running or experimenting with different types of training that we don't normally get to do when the training is so focused on hitting paces or hitting wattage. I love to do long bike rides, so I'm going to probably go out on some epic adventures that, again, when the training's so specific, I wouldn't normally get to do that. But maybe I'll experiment with some gravel racing and or gravel riding, not necessarily racing, but just doing some different things and experimenting and getting back to sort of the roots of why I got into the sport, which was kind of testing myself and having a sense of adventure. And hopefully that momentum will carry me through to the races if they come in the fall or next year. But deep down, I'm a competitor at heart. So once there's a race on the calendar and I get a sniff of it, like it'll be all burners, full gas. No more Linsey in the kitchen. Watch out.
Oh,
Nice.
I hope that's not true, Linsey. I want Linsey in the kitchen because it's inspiring for me to see your culinary creations, and it inspires me to try something different. Uh, excuse me, in the kitchen other than toast, which is just about all I know how to cook. So please, even when you get back to full training and racing Linsey mode, do not abandon the kitchen because that's one of my favorites.
All right. And there's no toast shaming around here. I love toast. So
Okay.
on that
I'm
one.
excellent at toast. I am the toast master.
Could
Nice.
could we have possibly discovered our newest hashtag is toast shaming? Or I'm not sure. That has never been said before. Linsey, super. It's awesome to see you, and it's great to see you're coming back. Keep sharing the brilliant content. You've got a great attitude and been inspiring to fans everywhere. So keep that up, and we will thank you for your time and hope to catch up with you again later on in the summer.
Yeah, for sure. Good to see some friendly faces again. Take care.